In a green forest where the sounds of birds intermingled with the gurgling of fresh water, there lived an elephant named Oliver. Oliver was known throughout the forest for his kind heart and cheerful spirit. Oliver was not just an ordinary elephant. He was a symbol of goodness and generosity in this forest, as he loved to help all animals, big and small. Every morning when the sun rose, Oliver would wake up and set off on a night journey through the forest. He would pass by the animals' houses to check on their conditions, and the animals would welcome him with joy and tell him what they needed. If there was an animal in need of food or water, Oliver would bring it to it. And if there was a small animal that wanted to go somewhere far away but was afraid, Oliver would accompany it and give it safety. One day, while Oliver was passing by the animals of the forest, he found a small bird with a broken wing and could not fly. Without hesitation, Oliver carried the bird on his back and took it to a nearby lake where medicinal herbs grew that helped heal wounds. Oliver stayed with the bird until his wing was healed. Since then, the bird became a close friend to Oliver, and he used to sing to him every morning. But not everyone in the forest was happy with Oliver. There was a cunning wolf and a fox who watched everything Oliver did. Their hearts were filled with jealousy because the animals loved and respected Oliver, while they were hated for their bad nature. Whenever they saw the animals in need of help, Oliver would help them, and the fire of anger burned in their hearts. One night, while the moon was lighting up the forest sky, the wolf and the fox met in a dark place and came up with an idea to trap Oliver. The wolf said slyly, "Why don't we tell the hunter about this huge elephant? And he will hunt him down and take him away from this forest, and no one will be left to love him anymore." The fox immediately agreed, saying, "Yes, let's tell the hunter that he will find a huge elephant to put in the zoo." The next day, the wolf and the fox went to the hunter who lived near the forest and told him about Oliver the elephant. The hunter did not hesitate much, as the idea of catching a huge elephant like Oliver was tempting to him. The next morning, the hunter entered the forest with a large net, and after a short chase inside the forest, the hunter was able to catch Oliver. At first, he thought that Oliver would like life in the zoo, where he had food available to him, and there was no danger threatening him. But as the days passed, the hunter noticed that Oliver was sad, and his eyes were filled with sadness and longing for the forest. He could not understand why Oliver was sad, so he decided to go to him. The hunter asked Oliver, saying, "Why are you sad, Oliver? Here you have everything you need: food and safety." Oliver looked at the hunt with his eyes full of great sadness and said, "I am not sad because of food or safety. I am sad because here I do not help anyone. In the forest, my happiness was in helping others, but here I am just walking aimlessly." The hunter was touched by Oliver's words and saw the sincerity of his feelings. He went to the zoo director to tell him Oliver's story and what he had said to him. After hearing the story, the director decided that they should release Oliver back to his environment. The director said, "We cannot keep an elephant like Oliver in the zoo. His place is with his friends in the forest where he can be happy." The next day, Oliver returned to the forest, and when he entered the forest again, he heard the sounds of the animals chanting his name happily. His animal friends, birds, monkeys, and everyone was happy and circling around him, happy for his return. Oliver was overjoyed, so he raised his hyena high and made a sound expressing his joy. Oliver stood in front of his friends and said to them, "I have learned an important lesson. Happiness is not in where we are, but in the work we do, and the hearts we communicate with. I am happy to be back here, because my true happiness lies in being of help to you and seeing the happiness on your faces." As for the wolf and the fox, when they heard about Oliver's return to the forest, they realized that their evil plan had failed. They were afraid of facing the animals who might punish them for what they had done to Oliver. So they fled far from the forest, leaving everything behind, and went to a distant place that no one knew. Then Oliver realized that the forest had become a safer and happier place thanks to Oliver's kind heart and generous spirit. Everyone lived in harmony and peace, learning from Oliver that lasting happiness lies in giving and love. Wisdom. True happiness is found in altruism and giving. The more kindness you share with others, the more joy you plant within yourself.